Welcome to the Offshore Club's fun-filled, fact-filled, fast-paced blockbuster podcast, Coffee with Carib Carter, coming to you exclusively from where the sun never sets on the good life at a great price. And now, fill up your favorite coffee mug and join your expert and your guide, Carib Carter Clues.
Hello, 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 and welcome to Coffee. Grab your coffee with Carib Carter. Good to the very last drop. I'll tell you what, the first person to send me an email telling me whose slogan that was, honest to God, I'll send you a $10 bill. Make sure to include your email address. caribcarter7@gmail.com, okay? Ready? Good to the last drop. So there you go, $10. Yours. First person to send me an email. There we go. There's the email address. And we have on Coffee with Carib Carter. We have a great show for you today. Packed. I mean, it's a bit of a grab bag, or maybe I should say a swag bag, because I think you're going to love everything in it. If you could see my desk right now, seriously, all around me, all the paper here, you'd say, oh my God, this is going to be a marathon show. But it's not, because we're going to move quick. But it is going to be packed with great information and some fascinating tidbits for you that I think you're going to love. Okay, that I think you're going to love. We have a great interview. Matter of fact, we're going to interview an old friend of ours. All right, I'll show you his picture. And so you'll say, I've seen that picture before. Okay, there it is. Some of you are saying, well, that's Jeff Spicoli from Fast Times at Ridgemont High, but it's not actually. It is our good friend Chris Barrett, the developer of the Ceiba Beach Club, where my wife and I bought our home. There she is in our front yard down there. We bought our home, and I know you're going to say, oh my God, he's going to show us the home again. Yes, I am. $30,000. There, my wife is on the front yard. $30,000. Okay. All right. Chris is going to go into all that for us. What he's building there, and what's happening down there. Gorgeous community. Gated, guarded, gardened, everything taken care of. So that interview is coming up. We are also going to visit get ready for this. I told you some fascinating tidbits. An Italian village in Costa Rica. Yeah. Yes. San Vito, Costa Rica, right on the border with Panama, an Italian village, folks. I'll tell you more background on it later when we get to it. But it's so Italiano. You're going to be saying, when the moon hits you, and I like a bigger pizza. It's that Italian. That's Italian. San Vito, Costa Rica. We're going to go there. I'm going to show you. I'm going to $1,000 listing Caribbean for you that I think you might say, that's the kind of place I've been looking for. Pass me the meatballs. Okay. So that's coming up. And we have a Carib Carter motivation moment for you featuring me. Okay. It's a video I sent out earlier this week. I have a tough love posting on Carib Carter Facebook. Make sure you follow that Carib Carter Facebook. I post every day. Every day I do a video. This one is such tough love that my wife actually said it was too tough. Muy malo. That's tough talk for my wife. But you'll see what it is, because I think it's important. And look, sometimes sometimes it takes a tender man to offer some tough love. And that's what you're going to see in this video. I think you're going to like it. But before we get to any of that, I want to take a moment for a Mad Max moment. We don't do these every week, but this time, I'm sorry, it's just been set upon me, okay? Because I guess it was kind of triggered by this headline at Zero Hedge, okay? I'm sure some of you saw it, maybe not on Zero Hedge, but elsewhere, okay? This guy is leaving Chicago because it's like Afghanistan. That guy is worth $28.6 billion. And he's saying, I've had it. I've had enough. Actually, Chicago is worse than Afghanistan because the Taliban does not allow crime in the streets and open air drug markets. Okay, I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. The in Chicago, and all this goes back. This little segment, Mad Max segment, is about housing because you need to seek your housing offshore. So theft's up 65%. This is this year. We're only 6 months in Chicago. Car theft's up 40%. Burglary's up 31% in Chicago. So you're not safe in your house or out. Isn't that lovely? But it's not all, folks. That's not all. It's everywhere in the U.S. 12 top U.S. cities in the country had record-setting murder rates last year. And in each of those cities and others, people are leaving in droves. You know, I did some research. A couple decades ago, the population of Cleveland was 914,000. It's now 670,000. Population of Detroit was 1.85 million. Get ready. You know what it is now? 380,000. 1.5 million, 300. Folks are leaving, but the problem is you can't leave far enough because the very kind of policies that cause the catastrophes in these cities is happening all across America now. Do you think Ferguson ever thought it would be a small town riot capital? How about Kenosha? Folks, think about where you live. First of Baltimore, when I was a kid, 940,000. We all know, we were so proud. Our city was almost a million. Now it's 600,000. And it's the good people who flee. It's the good people who flee, the taxpayers who flee, the workers who flee. Okay? It's you who flees, but you can't flee far enough. You know, as Joe Louis, the great heavyweight, the Bronx bomber, the Brown bomber said, you can run, but you can't hide. Okay? Well, you know, you can hide. You can hide south of the border and get away from all this. As I say in a column I have coming out, all of this crapola, because it's not just these cities people are fleeing from where all this catastrophe is taking place. It's every city and town and community in America. Think about it. Think about it. Think about where you live. Think about streets in, even if it's a small town, streets that you no longer feel safe going or walking down. And it gets worse every day. Every day. You do not have that south of the border. You do not have it. They do not allow rampant street crime in these cities. You might say, well, El Salvador's crime is down 75% over the past 2 years. Okay? Nicaragua has a lower crime rate, murder rate per thousand than the U.S. I feel safer in San Pedro Sula, which they call the murder capital of the world, than I do in York, Pennsylvania, where I live now. At night, I cannot go 5 blocks from my house. Okay? You know, my column I have coming out, and I'm going to close the Mad Max segment with this. It'll be out at offshore.club Wednesday at noon, okay? In the Offshore Club Gazette, make sure to subscribe to that free newsletter. Clues Views column. It's called What the Hell's Going On Out There? Okay? Some of you right now who are great sports fans remember that's what Vince Lombardi used to yell all the time, the great Packers coach. What the hell's going on out there? Well, that's what this column is called because it's time to ask that. But the problem is, as I say in the column, we know what the hell's going on out there. The politicians in charge of this country at this federal, Joe Biden, at the state level and at the local, are on the other side. Okay? They reward the dregs and the drones, and they punish good, hardworking folks like you. All right? You know, unsafe for any deed. That's where we are now. And you don't have to put up with it. Not when you, for a fraction of the price, I told you it's going to be on housing. So let me show you a little picture here, just to drive the point home. May I do this? May I do this? You can stay here, and in crime-infested cities and towns, you can pay astronomical prices for a home. Look at this headline here. Look at this headline. Since Biden took office, look at the price rise in home sales, through the ceiling. Median price up 42%. Steve Stockman had a good article when Doug Case in International Man. See that dip? That's the affordability index for housing in the United States now. Excuse me? Excuse me? Why would you want to pay those prices to live in what they've created, the politicians have created in this country? It ain't that way south of the border. So here's your choice. Remember Carib Carter's 10% factor? You can buy a home south of the border for 10% of what it would cost here, okay? On the beachfront in the mountains, okay? Like this home here, this is in Grand Pacifica, okay? You can get that home for under $200,000. Gorgeous. Walking distance to the beach and the golf course. Okay, here's a little map for you. See the golf course there? See the ocean? That's a home you can get for a little under $2,000. Or you can stay in the U.S. and I've got a great deal for you here in the U.S. Here's a home in Baltimore, my old hometown. There you go. See the price? $199,900. Take a look at that, folks. Take a look at that slum. I happen to know the street where that is. You ain't walking out the door at night, probably not even in day. So there's your choice. You can either have this, and where, by the way, it's $199,900. That does not include the security you're going to have to hire, okay, if you want to survive there, okay? Or for less money, you can have this. Ta-da! You don't have to be a rocket science to figure that out. So there it is. There's your Mad Max housing segment, folks. Look, the good life at a great price is awaiting you south of the border. Don't put up with this anymore. You, your family, one of the concerns, and I'm going to close Mad Max with this, people have is, well, I have to leave my friends and family. Well, the smart ones will come to visit, and the smarter ones will move to join you, okay? And it's happening. Those figures on the people leaving America's cities, Philadelphia, was 2 million. A couple of years ago, it's down to barely 1.5 million now. St. Louis, 856,000 a couple of years ago. It's down to 300,000. So 500,000. That leaving is not going to stop. It's going to continue out of those cities. And as communities get worse in this country, think about streets in your own community where you can't go down anymore. People will say, I've already started moving, just keep walking. Okay. South of the border, the good life at a great price down there. And one of the places you can move to is to become my neighbor. My neighbor. You can run along the beach with my wife. That's my front yard. I'll let you come on the front yard and jog with my wife there. Here's at Ceiba Beach Club. More pictures of my home. Look at that, $30,000, folks. Remember the 10x, the 10% factor? That would cost at least $300,000 to $400,000 here. And the location it is, the structure, how good the structure is. And to talk more about that, let's welcome our guest, the developer of the Ceiba Beach Club, one of the most beautiful communities in Central America, Chris Barrett. Chris, welcome to Coffee with Carib Carter. So how you doing, Chris?
Pretty good, Carter. How are you doing?
I'm great. It's great to see you again.
Yes.
You look as great as ever. You still look like the beach man. That's what I love. That's what I love. Because you built you have built an incredible beach development. I just love it. Look, we have a video that I'd like us to take a quick look at. It's only about 2 minutes, I think, of one of the gorgeous homes you built. Then let's come back and talk about that one and what's going on at Ceiba Beach Club, because I've already told people they need to buy a home down there, and I think they ought to do it at Ceiba Beach Club. So let's look at this video.
This is a 2-story direct beachfront home in Phase 2 of Ceiba Beach Club. It's 4 bedrooms, 3 baths. Three-story home next door. Got a pool here. Nice balcony. Gorgeous flowers and plants around this home. home is for sale and fully upgraded on the inside and comes fully furnished. Direct beachfront home. Just outside the city limits of Ceiba, Honduras. www.ceibabeachclub.com.
Gorgeous, gorgeous home, Chris. Just beautiful. What now? Is that one still available? And tell us a little bit more about it, okay? Because it's just beautiful. I love it. And it's right on the ocean, right?
Yeah, that's direct beachfront. That's I built that for clients from Canada 9 years ago in phase 2, and it's a resale. It's up for sale right now. 4-bedroom, 3-bath, fully furnished, direct beachfront with a pool on an oversized lot. We actually built a couple bungalows on that lot there. But yeah, like you mentioned before, the landscaping is it's just
Stunning.
stunning. Yes,
Stunning. Yeah. And what's the full price on it?
right there. That's 140,000, fully furnished.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
True story too. Yeah, and they spent probably about $25,000 on custom furniture and a whole bunch of stuff. And it's a beautiful home.
We have, and I've mentioned it earlier in the show. When I call it the Carib Carter 10% factor, right? That you can get a home for 1/10 down there what it would cost you up here. I'm going to say it right now. A home like that in a locale like Ceiba Beach Club up here easily would be $2 to $3 million.
Yeah.
But, if it was in a South Beach, it would probably be 10 million. It just would.
Yeah,
There's no doubt.
Yeah, some places south of me in Florida for that, like in right south of West Palm Beach and going through like even between North Palm Beach and like Hollywood, Florida. Yeah, it's a $3 to $4 million house all day long. Even at a fixer upper, Yeah, it's pretty crazy to swing in prices though, But it is what it is. That's why a lot of people are going down, leaving the country,
Yeah, it is absolutely fantastic. And I pulled this off the website just to give people an idea of the variety at Ceiba Beach Club. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous community. I haven't been there yet because I've been tied up working here. But earlier, I showed a picture of my wife enjoying our front yard down there, right? Yeah. When she was down a couple months ago, and it is absolutely stunning. Every aspect of it. How old is Ceiba Beach Club now? When did you start building?
Well, it's about 12, 13 years old. I was doing other things down there before I started that, other small little developments and, doing some smaller projects down there. And then it came out to be, I was getting busy with a whole bunch of clients and it worked out pretty well. Made a lot of people.
It is just, how many homes are, now I'm in the home I have, which I show people over and over again. I don't know where I put my picture. Here we go.
Yeah,
I show people my home over and over again because I just think it's gorgeous. And it's in, what is it, in phase 1? Is my home in phase 1?
Phase 1, the oldest phase with the clubhouse and pool right there. Yep.
Yeah. Everybody
goes there to hang out. So just a cool tropical spot to meet people, have cookouts.
And it has, how many homes are in phase 1? One thing I love about Ceiba Beach Club is it's not overcrowded.
No, in phase 1, there's 13 homes. There's big mansions there. There's small bungalows, every size in between. Anything from 600 square feet up to 3,000 square feet.
Yeah. There's mine. I mean, it's just, and my wife, as I say, she was there, spent a couple weeks, and just fell in love with the place. I think when we first talked, you said originally you built that home for yourself and your wife, right?
Yep. That was our bungalow. Yes, it was.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, eventually we're going to buy one of the big homes there too, because they're and then because I think, here's my feeling, and share with me your thoughts on this. I think eventually you're going to find a lot of people who just want to come down and rent homes down there for the weekend or for the week or for the month.
Exactly. So what is your thought process? What's going on with that? Renting your bungalow?
Yeah, my thought process is I'd love to buy the one you showed us in the video, and then rent out the bungalow. Yeah.
For example, right now I'm leaving back down to Honduras next Wednesday. I have a client that just drove down from Canada, and he's looking for a place to rent right now. So right now,
it's incredible. It is just incredible. I believe, and let me run this thought by you, because you're the expert. You are really, it's just hard to believe that you are a major developer of a major residential resort community. I mean, I don't think you can't be much more than 40.
52, but thank you.
52. Well, to me, you're still a kid. I'm going to say that right now. So it's just...
Yeah, you're here than me. Mine's longer, but you're thicker.
But I have a feeling. Here's my feeling, and I've told my wife this. You know, Rachel is considerably younger than me, like 50 years, and I've told her, Princess, long before you're my age, that little bungalow, just hold on to it, is going to go for 10 times the price. I think within 10 years, the homes that you're building, I'm just going to say it, are going to go for 10 times the price they are right now, because there is a huge out migration from the U.S. into Central American countries. What's your take on that?
Yeah, everything is going to go up, obviously. Well, that's my opinion, but yeah, there's a lot of people. I've had, right, as of the last 3 months, I've had more people contact me, Americans, than over the last 5 years. Okay.
There you go.
There's something going on, obviously, that people are looking for an out and exit, something different than what they're living right now in the United States with uncertainty or whatnot. Yeah, I see it. I have so many emails and phone calls every single day. It's getting overwhelming a little bit, just a little bit.
It's fantastic. Well, you know, I just did an interview with Mike Cobb. You know, Mike,
yeah,
who has Grand Pacifica, Grand Bayman, wonderful guy, major development. I think he has 5 or 6 Caribbean resorts now.
Yeah.
And we were talking about, there's an article in International Bankers magazine. Okay. And it's an article about the consultants to what are known as high net worth individuals, HNW individuals. Okay. It's a category to which I do not belong, but they interviewed those who have the companies that consult with these people. And they said that over the past year, there's been a 300% increase in in their clients who want to move offshore.
There it is. There it is.
Yeah, which is just phenomenal. And so, you know, obviously, for me, the place that Rachel and I have already bought, the Ceiba Beach Club, we bought it to live in, and then we hope to buy the bigger one soon. Mm-hmm. In which case we'll rent out that one, but we intend to just hold on to them. You know, I do not want to sell.
If you don't have to sell for whatever, just don't sell. Exactly.
You know, yeah, I'm reminded Will Rogers. He was long before your time, but I remember him. He was a great comedian, or he was kind of a pundit type. And he said, don't wait to buy property. Buy property and wait. Investment. Yeah. And so you have, so how many more sections are there to be developed? What's in the future for La Ceiba Beach Club?
I got a lot of ocean view property right now, and some direct beachfront. So my plan is to sell them, develop them, build them out. Not to spec house. I like doing custom homes. I design homes with my clients. We sit at the table, or if we're in Honduras, the champa right on the beach there with the ocean coming in, you know, during the waves, and you know, design something that fits their budget and their dream home, you know, and then might have to be shrunk down a little bit, but something that they can afford. And that's what I'm doing right now. We have one under construction. It's similar to your bungalow. It's a 2-bedroom, 1 bath. A little bit bigger with a larger porch. They loved yours, by the way. The video.
Oh, good.
Thank you. So can we have something like that, but just a little bit bigger, and then a bigger porch? You want a bigger porch, so yeah.
House.
Yeah, so they have double the size of the porch and all that. So that was their budget, and went down right to fit. Everything fit their budget perfectly, and it's under construction. It'll be done in about 3 weeks.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And you custom build these homes.
Every single one. Yes.
It's fantastic. And how can people get hold of you? What's the best way?
You go to CeibaBeachClub.com, or you can call my cell phone, 561-252-5176. You can text me, call me anytime.
It's fantastic. You can give us the number once more, 516.
561.
561, sorry.
252-5176.
Fantastic. Chris, thank you. Thank you for what you've done. Thank you for my home and for Ceiba Beach Club. And we're looking forward to being neighbors down there one day. And thank you for joining us today. This has been fantastic. It's always a pleasure to see you again and talk with you.
Yeah.
It's refreshing. It is refreshing. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
I mean, you look like the good life. So that's what we want. All right. Thank you very much for joining us.
All right.
Excellent. There you go, folks. What a great guy. Just what a great guy. He's a developer. And you can contact him at the number he gave us, or go to Ceiba Beach Club. The number's on there. Email him, and he'll sit down with you and custom design your own home at Ceiba Beach Club, like the one we saw in the video, or like mine. I'm sorry, I can't help myself. I just love showing my home. Folks, my front yard's the beach. And I don't tend to those flowers. I am not a gardener. There are full-time gardeners. My wife talks to them all the time. All right. And then once again, you can go look at that. Is that a happy wife or what? So there you go, folks, right there. The Ceiba Beach Club. One of the places you can make your move to. So do it. I always tell you, do it. And there's another place you can make your move to. I'm going to do a segue here. Another place you can make your move to, I promised you early, is, let's call it the Little Italy of Costa Rica. Okay? The Little Italy of Costa Rica, San Vito. Vito is in Corleone. This community, okay, in 1952, a bunch of Italians, real Italianos, moved over from Italy because after, the war had just ended and Italy was in ruins thanks to Mussolini, and so they moved about 1952, about 45 of them, okay, and the Costa Rican government, they moved into this valley, okay, it's in the mountain region of Costa Rica. Here's where we're talking about, okay, let's get into it now. San Vito, right on the Panama border. It's about 2-hour drive or so from Gafito, right on the ocean there, if you're a water person. But they made the move. Built San Vito. Look at it, snuggled in the valley, surrounded by the mountains, okay? It's kind of like, never gets much above 80, never gets much below 60, maybe a little lower in the evening sometime. Just an ideal little community, okay? So they moved to San Vito. Here is a quick, I want to show you this because to me, it makes me hungry for spaghetti, okay? Here is just about 1 minute and 30 seconds from a much longer interview with one of the last surviving people who made the move back in 1952. So Gary, let's roll that, folks. The accent, everything. I'm telling you, this is the Little Italy of Costa Rica. Let's roll it, Gary.
So anyway, Gloria's Sicilian, as you probably know, 100% Sicilian.
Well, it's dangerous.
It's dangerous.
Let me put it, I always tell people that I have to obey her, or the familia.
Yeah, the mafia gets you.
Maybe. How many families came here originally to settle this area?
Originally, about 170
Family. So maybe 500 people?
Yep. Yeah, and a few single guys and like that, but It was about 170 families.
In San Vito, were there many Ticos? I mean, was there a San Vito? Was that there?
No, it wasn't San Vito. San Vito wasn't here.
Okay.
And here, this was all forest, the whole thing. I was going by here with a mule because it was only a trail in the bush. You know, and that's why we were going by from here to Aguabuena.
Why did you come from Italy? Why did all these people come here?
Well, you figure after the war, everything over there was down. And they didn't start to rebuild, nothing. So in 1954, you know, it was a chance to come over here with a company, you know, they was asking for the farm worker. So we just come over. I was 15-year-old when I met here.
Okay.
Isn't that wonderful? Honest to God, you know, my mother was born in Italy. Okay, the guy sounds like my grandfather or my uncle Jimmy Zagami. Okay, it's just a real Italian community. I'm telling you, it's an Italian community. Here's a closer up picture. Okay. When the moon hits your eye like a big. Look at this. That's Italiano. Okay. This is San Vito. This house I found. Let me show you where I found this. Here you go. I found it wasn't on. A lot of times we go to Vivian.com, but this time it wasn't. It's a Remax. Okay, it's a Remax home. Okay, there you go. There's the picture of it there. Bunch of other pictures. Let me read what you're going to get here. Okay, let me read. I'll show you a picture of the home. Picture of the home here. Okay, this is not a fancy home. This is in the mountain country. This is in the mountain country. Okay, this is the good simple life. I think the whole community only has about 7,000 people or so. Here's the home we're talking about. Nice simple home on a good bit of land. Good bit of land, by the way, snuggled in the mountains there. Okay, snuggled in the mountains. They say 2 bedrooms. Okay, 3 bedrooms. Let me get it right. 3 bedrooms. And the main room has its own private bathroom. The main bedroom, kitchen, laundry room, large garage for 2 cars. Has a cellar. Okay, a lot of homes down there are built on concrete. This has a cellar. 85% furnished. Living room, dining room, everything you'd want there. It's a cozy home. This is a very cozy home. Okay. Let's take a look. Here's your view walking up to it. Okay. This is for somebody who's not looking for a development like the Ceiba Beach Club, which is, you know, got pretty much a lot of the amenities there, or Grand Pacifica, Grand Baymo with all the amenities. There's your home. There's your own little trail leading down to your own home. Okay. This is a one-off. This is a one-off. Here's outside as you're approaching the front door. All right. This is very nicely done, folks. Very nicely done. Very nicely kept. All right. Sit outside on your veranda. Have your meals, because the weather's always nice, always pleasant. It's longer rainy season because it's in the mountains. Okay. But you're undercover there having your meal, so you're fine. So we go inside. Take a look. Here's the living room. Very comfortable. Very comfortable. Okay. Remember, Sadie, if it's furnished, it's coming to you pretty much totally furnished. Dining room. All right. It's all there. Picture yourself there sitting at that table eating your Italian food that you went down and got at the one of the restaurantes in downtown San Vito. Okay. Dining room, living room area. Okay, very, very cozy, very comfortable. And it's your home, away from the madding crowd. You know, you're out there. You're relaxing. This is your place to relax. You and, you know, your family. You know, I'd say, you know, if you got 3 bedrooms, what you get? You and a couple kids, it's all there. Look at your view out in the backyard. Okay, there's the wood for your fireplace there, and look at the view out the backyard. Okay. To me, it's gorgeous. To me, it's gorgeous. You know. To me, you know, I love, let's say, a beach club. I have a home there, but I also love the one-off like that. It's just so cozy and comfortable. Here's nearby hot springs you can go to. If you're a water person, you will not find me there. I am not a water person, but everything you can want. Hiking in the woods. Again, check it out. Check it out. There's the, okay. It's Remax. If you check it out, Remax Costa Rica. You can probably put in her name there. What's the total price on this? Total price. In the U.S., a beautiful mountain place like that in the mountains, just a matter of 2 miles from downtown, walking distance actually for most of us. Very comfortable, very safe, very secure, very pleasant, copacetic. I think that's the word, copacetic. In the U.S., you're not going to get that for less than a couple $100,000. $78,000 total. $78,000. You can offer a little less. You can always offer less. Okay, and it's yours. Lock, stock, and barrel, everything. 85% furnished, 3 bedrooms, living room, dining room, big parcel of land, snuggled in the mountains with the Italianos, okay? So if you love Italian food, you don't want to move all the way to Italy, but you want to live among the Italianos, picture yourself there and make that move, okay? It's just, I'm really highly recommending this. I'm really highly recommending this place because I think you're going to like it. I think you're going to like it. Nice place for your family, okay? Nice place for your family. Good place for you to live, off the beaten path. So there you go. There's your $1,000 listing, Caribbean. It's really not much more than $1,000, $78,000 total, and it's yours. Okay. There you go. I'm really thrilled to bring you that. Maybe because I like Italians. There you go. And that old gentleman, he's still there, and the descendants of the other 45 who came there are still there. You can almost smell the aroma of the gravy, as we Italians call spaghetti sauce, cooking on the stove. So there you go. There you go. Now, to help you do this, to help you make that move, I want to give you a motivation moment. Okay. Now, as I said, there's a little bit of tough love. I got in trouble with my wife. She said it was too tough. I don't think so, because it's from the heart. Okay. And hopefully what comes from the heart goes from the heart. So here is the social media post I did late last week, encouraging people that sometimes we gain through a little pain, because sometimes they're moving to pain. Well, I'm not going to give. I'm not going to talk over myself. Let's just show the video here, Gary. All right, it's Carib Carter. I'm down in the dungeon, weightlifting, and this video is aimed at the folks out there, and I respect you, who know in your heart you need to get out of the U.S. as it continues down the crapper deliberately, because that's where the politicians are sending it, because they get enriched by it. They get more money and power that way. That's the way it works, folks. They look at it as a zero-sum game. So in your heart, you need to get out. You can live a better life in terms of your quality in life, in terms of your cost of living, in terms of your freedom, south of the border. It's all there. It's all there waiting for you. But you can't quite work up the pain, the courage, the drive to do it. And so that's why I'm coming to you right now from down here in the weight room. I just had a tough weight workout, an hour. And by the way, when I say I had a weight workout, it's a real weight workout. The very few 76-year-old man could do. It ain't one of those little, you remember the video of Barack Obama when he was doing his 5-pound in each hand lifts, going 5 pounds in each hand. What kind of man does that? They don't. Real workout. And there's pain, because in pain there's growth. In pain there's growth. Now, that's why this video is for people who are having a tough time making that final decision to make your move, just to make your move. In pain there's growth. Going to be a little pain with the move. Going to leave behind old friends, even some relatives. Don't worry. The smart ones will come to visit, and the real smart ones will eventually make the move with you. You're going to leave behind a life you're used to, but it's really not the life we're used to, folks. Joe Biden's America is not Ronald Reagan's America, or any America we ever recognized living in. Not when they laugh at double-digit inflation. I remember, never forget Joe Biden at the elitist White House Correspondents' Dinner, when the wealthy entertainers were making jokes about inflation, and he was, and then he tells you, you need to have more higher gas prices so you learn to drive an electric car. Who in the hell is he to tell us that? Well, that's America today. You don't need it. You don't need it. It's time to make your move. I know this is, a little tough talk, a little tough love, but it's from the heart. Because this is what I do. This is what my life is all about. Okay, my life is, number one, my wife. Okay, number two, this weight room. Rustic, hardcore weight room. There are no frills here, folks. And number three is helping you make that move offshore. Okay? So, do the gut check. Do the gut check. Realize all growth, all gain is through a little pain. Sometimes a lot of pain, but we do it anyway because we want to grow. We want the good life at a great price and the sun, sand, and surf. So let's do this thing. There you go, folks. That's it. That is it. And what I just said in that video, I absolutely believe that, sometimes we grow through pain. It's uprooting yourself. Sometimes it's a little bit of a pain. Okay. I know my dad was a minister. We uprooted every 5 to 7 years, but you know what? Every time life just got better. And for you, making the move offshore to the good life at a great price in Central or South America, maybe at Ceiba Beach Club, maybe at San Vito. Okay. It's all there for you. It's just up to you to decide. It's up to you to decide it and make your dream come true. Build the dream. Build the dream. Okay, to seek a newer world. All right. As I tell you at the end of every Coffee with Carib Carter, here we get it out of my face here. Let's do this thing.